morning. It's Thursday, the 4th of June. It's a cloudy morning in Northumberland, and greetings from me to you. Yesterday we dropped back in, well, really on Tuesday, we dropped back into the Gospel of St. Mark. And we dropped back in ordinary time in the middle of a series of conflicting arguments, discussions between Jesus and the religious leaders. And there's a lot of this in the Gospels because Jesus provoked controversy because of the things he said, because the things he said often turned the world upside down. And today we have a real example of this, a very important example of this. I'm holding up not a Bible, but a lectionary. A lectionary is a sort of Bible in a different order. The readings are put together for convenience. So today I can turn to the relevant Thursday and look at the readings and the psalm in an easy way so that I can use them in worship and I can share them with you. But basically, a lectionary is a Bible, but mixed up a bit. And it's important that we read our Bibles. It's important, above all, that we take to heart the words of Jesus. Let me read this passage in advance from St. Mark's Gospel. One of the scribes came up to Jesus and put a question to him. Which is the first of all commandments? And Jesus replied, this is the first. Listen, Israel, the Lord our God is the one Lord. And you must love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, and with all your strength. The second is this. You must love your neighbor as yourself. There is no commandment greater than these. You must love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, and with all your strength. And you must love your neighbor as yourself. In the middle of this controversy, when Jesus is teaching and people are trying to trick him, Jesus comes out with this quotation from the Old Testament and places it at the heart of what it is to be a Christian, of what it is to be a follower of him, of what it is to be a child of God. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, with all your strength. And love your neighbor as yourself. These are completely intertwined, these three things. Our love of God, our love of neighbor, and also a correct love of ourselves. Because we are all important. Our neighbor is important, and in other places Jesus leads us to understand that the neighbor is anyone we encounter who we have the opportunity to love and reach out to. And we are important. We are important because we too are children of God. On Sunday we'll be celebrating the Trinity, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, the perfect community at the center of our faith. And I'm not going to say any more about that now, because that's Sunday's reflection. But there at the heart of God is a community of love. And Jesus says, love is at the heart of all this. Love is at the center. Love it is that makes it all possible. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, with all your strength. And love your neighbor of whatever color, whatever race, of whatever background, as you love yourself. In this is love. And in this love, we find the way forward for ourselves and for our communities and for the crises that the world faces. May God bless us and fill us with love, the love that flows from God into our lives.